You know that one mate of yours who can eat anything he wants and never seems to gain weight? That guy, right? Kidding, but seriously. Let me paint you a little picture. It's a Saturday afternoon, the sun is shining, you and some friends from work are out for a cold one before the footy. You're pumped because you've smashed your diet every single day this week. But now that little bit of anxiety creeps in because you don't want to go over your macros and ruin your progress while you're at the pub. But you also don't want to be that guy who's not having a drink and not eating any of the food at the pub. You want to enjoy yourself too, but to make things worse, that guy is here. You know the one, that guy that can eat whatever they want, they can drink whatever they want, and he seems like he just never gains any weight, and he still looks mad with his shirt off. Looking at him, knocking back his pint, eating those hot chips like they're absolutely nothing. So what do? Do you tell everyone that you're not that hungry and then maybe you don't have to eat? Or do you tell them that you've got a, half marathon tomorrow morning so you can't have a drink? Yeah, like no one's gonna buy that, right? So how about instead you say, let's just go all in. I mean, you were perfect all week after all, and you're tired of being so damn restricted, so why not? 3 pints, a plate of fries, a burger, maybe 6 barbecue wings, and a couple of slices of pizza later, and now you're feeling like trash. But your partner's asked you to pick up some ice cream on the way home, and even though you've already felt sick to your stomach, you've already gone way over on calories today, why not just go deeper into the hole and have the other half of that tub of Ben & Jerry's? Now you crawl into bed, agonizingly full and disappointed in yourself for undoing the rest of the week's worth of progress. But above all, you're still just pissed off at that one mate who can seem to eat whatever he wants without gaining any weight. So why can't you? Sunday morning rolls around. Actually, it's probably now Sunday afternoon, right? You slept in all day and you've probably skipped your workout if you were planning on doing one. Might as well get junk food today too, then get back on track tomorrow, right? Because it's always easier when everything starts on a Monday. Monday morning rolls around and you check the scale. It's not good news. So you make what feels like a solid plan. You're going to fast the entire day today so that you can undo the damage that you did over the weekend and lose that weight back as quickly as possible. Off to work we go, everything's going fine until you see him. That who can eat whatever he wants and never seems to gain any weight. Worst of all, he's eating some chocolate biscuits with his cup of tea. What the actual, here you are starving yourself all day and this guy can drink beer and eat chocolate biscuits and looks great without gaining any body fat. What does he know that I don't? If you've ever had this thought, you should know it's incredibly common. As someone who's been on both sides of that equation, I can tell you, the issue is not what this guy knows that you don't. The issue is your perception of what's really happening in these situations. Because here's what you probably didn't see. This guy was drinking beer, but he probably only had just the 1 pint. He was eating a burger and chips, but half the chips were left on his plate when he got full. He called it a night and had a glass of water as soon as he got home, so he stayed hydrated, he got a good sleep, and then he hit the gym the next day. He stayed on track with most of his regular routine, knowing that one meal out wasn't going to ruin a week's worth of progress. And he didn't feel the urge to stuff himself all weekend, punish himself for it, feel overly restricted, and then have to start that whole cycle over again. He got up on Monday morning, he went for a run before work, he had some oats and fruit for breakfast, got to the office, and now he's having a chocolate biscuit. But the chocolate biscuit and the beers are the only thing that you've seen. What you haven't seen is everything in between. Not to mention the fact that this guy's been doing it for years. And what the fitness industry doesn't really tell you is the fitness thing gets easier over time. Things you hate become things that you don't hate or even love. Routines become habits, habits become part of your identity. You just need to stick through long enough to sort of get there. Trust me, I've been there. I've looked at guys and wondered how they got the physiques they have. Then I guess I sort of did it myself, and now people might even think of me as that guy. The problem you need to solve isn't your friend, it isn't your metabolism, your age, or your genetics, although they do play a role. The issue is the all or nothing mentality. An all or nothing mentality might help you succeed in business, the workplace, or I don't know, maybe even in dating, but probably not in fitness. Because you can't rush your health or building muscle or getting lean. You really need to be more consistent. The problem wasn't the beers or the burgers or the pizza or the half a tub of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. The problem was the moment you thought you might screw up, you said F and you justify eating as much as physically possible and skipping the healthy habits that you've created for the rest of the weekend, which then only makes you feel way worse. It will be like driving on the open road, then getting a flat tire. Rather than simply calling the mechanic or trying to change it yourself, you decide to take a knife and slash the other 3 tires. Then you smash your windscreen too, for good measure, because why not? Because if it isn't perfect, then why do it at all? Right? But that's not how health and fitness works. There's no such thing as perfect. So what you need to work on is not your metabolism or fasting for longer or figuring out what this guy might know that you don't. You just need to be more consistent. Consistently good beats inconsistently perfect every single time. And if you need help with being more consistent, that is exactly what our progress tracking tool and guides are for. This guide will teach you how to track your progress so you don't fall into the all or nothing mentality. To get your free copy, simply comment the word progress down below and I'll send it right to you.